I'm back!
Let's go!
Yeah, things are gonna be a little more chaotic this time around just cause...
Get ready.
Yeah, last time with Yoshi's story, I kinda lost my patience a little bit, and we also lost White Yoshi, so... We're doing a redemption run this time around! And I'm playing all different levels too, so... Now we get to enjoy Shy Guys on pogo sticks. And seeing at, you know, melons up in the air, melons you gotta test your reflexes for. And for this part, there could have been an alternate timeline where I could have biffed things even harder and lost the black Yoshi, huh? By the way, say hello to Randall. You can blame Melee for that one. And don't forget to shift things around using your eggs and don't get bounced around on these things here. Because that's a thing that can happen. Melons are also hanging around here too, so be careful. And do you like balancing games? Because, oh boy, do we have balancing games. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you sit through all of that. This takes a little bit to do. But keep them all in balance, and you're good to go. Eat up. That's right. Some holds have had to have gone a bit longer because things get really glitchy. And now, for a part, I mess up again. Because that cloud doesn't come back until you reset the screen. So basically...
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Pretty much. So I had to reset the screen and come back. And so yeah, we've got some melons hanging around here if you take when you take another Randall. And then sometimes you even have to pay attention so much you gotta do things twice. And once again, you only get one chance for those melons. In which if you don't know where the else they are, you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe even go flying around and whatnot. Yeah, it gets awkward, so I just ultimately decide, screw this, let's end the level already. Yeah, we're going a lot faster this time around if you've noticed by the length of the video compared to the first one. This one's only like 15 minutes, and yes, I'm going to meme around. Because, let's just be funny. Now in the Bone Dragon Pit. Normally in this world, but not this level specifically, is where you can get yourself Black Yoshi. But yeah, sometimes secrets could just happen when you run into him while you're sniffing. It's weird. Hello, Bone Dragon. Just 2 hits on his head and he's gone. Also, you can press B while you're trying to aim an egg to stop trying to throw it. Oh yeah, hearts. Pay attention to them. Yup, we're not even dealing with that nonsense. Get out of here. Oh yeah, let's give you a chomping, shall we? Because Lakitus behave like usual for a Mario game. And we even have 3-headed bone dragons. If you're using eggs, you gotta use them all. Just like that. And wait for it, bonus melons! And the game's like, hey, here are question mark switches. Better move. And you bet your diddly I do move. This one's weird. You actually have to aim for the center to make the melon pop out. It's a weird one. Anywho, we have another jar here, so let's go in. We have to bust some blocks on the way, and now... Yeah, we're not even gonna bother with that fight. We saw one already. We're gonna delete it out of here. And there were enemies on the path of this little get to the end thing, but I decided, nope! I'm gonna clean them up before I do it. I'm gonna be cheeky like that. And once more, I didn't know where the last melon was, so I decided, screw it, we're down here, moving on. Now Yoshi, next meme! Taco Bell. Yup, it's time to go get ourselves the white Yoshi egg. And for this level, the first part has you spring around. Honestly, it's actually kind of fun, just bouncing around. However, initially there's not really a lot of threats until these birds start flying in. And they can be in rather awkward places to try and eat them, so one might get a little cheap shot at you if you're not careful, like that. That was just me being an idiot, though. And we got this little awkward segment here, so let's go show ahead that you can actually cancel your egg launch with the B button. So yeah, make note of that. Yeah, that's how you get this little melon, and seeing how if you hit the birds with the explosions, they go whee! Like they're Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now over to the left here, we have our prize. White Yoshi get! And now it's time for leaf surfing. Coming back to this was actually really fun. It's very easy to learn how to go really fast. And we also have a hidden jar over here. So if you go down, it's a race! So once you cross the flag, get on, and you need to learn how to speed. I do not know how to speed super well, so I am going to lose out on some melons here, which is unfortunate. And the footage got really buggy here, so apologies for all the cuts like that. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Wow! Exactly. And yes, they're dickish enough to put a happy heart over here. Also, say hi to Raphael the Raven, everybody. I don't know why I ground pounded there. It's just a thing. Also, we have spike balls. They're animated really well. That's all I can really say, other than they're a spike ball. Just look at that, really cool. Oh yeah, there is a spring over here to go ahead and get your last happy heart. Make sure you know how to control stick to get around, and I have no idea what this thing is. Whatever it is, it needs to die. Thank you, me, for killing it. And like all level 3 levels, we have a mini boss! Or boss or whatever. I like to think it's a mini boss because once again, they take only like 3 hits to kill. So say hello to Inviso here. Come on, text box. Peekaboo, who are you? Peekabee, can't find me. You just gotta pay attention to the screen there. Just hit them once. Make sure to eat birds to get eggs and get them out of the way. The explosions also hurt, and one more bonk. And he's gone. It's not like these bosses are really all that hard. There's really only 5 of them in the game total, because you always fight Bowser in level 6, so yeah. Thank you, Yoshi. And now for what's probably my favorite level in the game. Hooray, we have White Yoshi back! Hooray, thank you. And those are not spikes in the game. I will get to it when we get to the end reel. So the gimmick here is that there are a bunch of exits on all different sides of the level. So when you go in, you'll find all these huts. So you want to go in around and grab all the melons and stuff that are in here. And sometimes you'll have to solve a little puzzle to try and get them all. And by that I mean like platforming challenges, like when you get up here, there's a question mark switch. It makes melons appear. Get them as fast as you can. And if you off-screen them, they'll reappear while you're still in the time limit. So no worries. Also, say hello to these big chunguses. Look at them. Oh, God. And when you run into them, they go... Oh, goodness. And for more puzzles, you gotta break some blocks to see if you can find stuff. Also, don't forget to collect coins, because you can even make melons spawn by collecting the coins, as you can see here. This won't be the last time we see this, by the way, because I believe it also pops up here. Yes, there are coins. With Shy Guys on stilts, this was probably one of the less threatening screens, but still gotta be careful though, especially because you can bully the Shy Guys by using your tongue to push them off. Well, as we eat this guy up here, because we're playing with White Yoshi, we can just flutter jump all the way up there, otherwise we would have to egg launch our way up, and that's whack. Also, just sniffing at high speed is not gonna cut it. The bees are gonna kick you back. So you have to take things slow with the bees. But let's go and collect our last of the happy hearts here. And then finish things off here with one last melon, because why not? Thank you, Yoshi. Let's get a move on.
I shall dance.
Into the water. Truth be told, well, actually, first things I gotta say is that's what happens when you run out of petals. It's like, oh hey, you have 1 hit left, and then you die. But I'm gonna show you some, I saved you some trouble if I was trying to find this secret here. You want some melons? But otherwise, I don't really got a whole ton to say about this particular swimming level. You got these things, which are neat, I guess. But I'm just like, okay, cool. They make things awkward to get to. But now we got some fishies in the background. And you give them a bit, and then they come back here in the foreground. And then you can eat them and get their melons, too. I do not know if they come back around, so warning of that. And now this one is, you gotta go fast, but also slow because of the beehives. It's a little annoying, and I end up, biffing this one, too, because, yeah, I end up going too slow. And then I'm like, oh, I got interrupted by bee hands. And this is the only one of the happy hearts I get this time around. And it also spawns 3 melons for whatever reason, so that's fun. I end up skipping that because I don't even want to bother with the race. So we're just gonna collect a melon, and we're gonna complete being in the water. It's damp down there. It sucks! Alright, castle time. You got gimmicks here like pendulums, which are fun, I guess. Actually, it is kind of fun swinging around, but we've got these swords here, these blades or whatever. You gotta be really careful with those. And the red blades here will move along a set path, so gotta be a little careful. And I hate these things. It's very easy to feel like you're gonna fall to your death on these things. So you have to be really careful with how you move. Also, these things. Front-facing Yoshi. Yeah, for whatever reason, you move in 3D on these things. It feels really weird. And now we have crusher traps. Fun. Yeah, I don't want to deal with crusher traps today. They make me anxious. Especially when there's 4 of them here, and you can't see the others. So it took me a while to muster up the courage to be like, let's do this. So I chose this one to run across, and luckily I chose wisely. So let's go ahead and claim one more fruit and say hello to Baby Bowser one more time. Except...
English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Bruh.
Yeah, we're not dealing with that shit again. Except I technically did, but also whatever. It's story time, folks! Are you ready? New to the world, the babies didn't know much, but they knew to keep trying. With teamwork, the Yoshis could find the tree at the end of the book. Shy Guys tried to keep them down. By riding on clouds, the Yoshis happily escaped. As they continued to look for happiness, the Yoshis got lost in a dark cave. Inside lived Bone Dragon. If the Yoshis stayed, they'd surely be eaten. They escaped, of course. No Yoshi wants to become lunch for a dragon. The Yoshis saw a tall tower. Maybe they could see a happy ending from there. After a tough climb, the Yoshis found Inviso, waiting for them at the top. With a closer look, they beat the invisible ghost and saw a castle far away. The Yoshis stumbled upon a hut. They weren't invited, but in they went. Gabon was the owner of the house, and he didn't like uninvited guests. Gabon threw things at the Yoshis, and they were sorry for ever barging in. The deep, wide ocean would not be an easy swim, but the Yoshis dove in. For the first time in their lives, the Yoshis swam to the ocean floor. After reaching the shore, the Yoshis found their story coming to a close. the Yoshis finally got to the castle of the final page of the storybook. Behind all the noisy machines, Baby Bowser guarded the tree. Bowser was a tough baby, but bad guys finished last. The Yoshis won! The day was won and Bowser fell. The super happy tree was well. Yoshis were happy as could be. The heroes danced before the tree. And the Yoshis lived happily ever after. It's like it's a choose-your-own story to get to the end by picking one level from a selection or something, huh? Interesting concept, but we're finally done with Yoshi's story, and I will see you guys in another VHS Plays video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.